What is up, everyone? I'm Skratch. Welcome to the channel. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we're not alone, guys. We actually have Ash on the channel, and we're gonna talk about some issues that are in Raid Shadow Legends related to Live Arena, the seasons, and kind of like the state of it. I know that Ash actually had, I don't even know how to put it. He actually had the energy to go and compete for that top 100. But we're gonna get to it in just a second. What's up, Ash? How you doing, bro?
Skratch! What's up, bro? I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good, actually. Looking
Good to
forward
be here,
to talk a bit about the arena, your experience, the rewards, and everything else that happened with the seasons. Plus, we started the new season right now, straight with a bug, right? Like, we already have people with freaking 1,200 battles. The season started yesterday. So, for whoever has no idea what happened here, guys, apparently the game decided to keep the score for some of the people that they were in the previous season and added it to the new season. So I'm not sure exactly what they're going to do, how they're going to reset it and stuff, but apparently they are on top of the situation. Now, what is your experience so far with the Live Arena and the seasons, right? Like, personally, I did not have the energy to go and grind these non-stop because so many people basically just have drivers. 2-3 drivers that are playing their accounts and stuff, you know, and it's pretty hard to compete with 3-4 people playing the same account.
Yeah, dude. I mean, well, in the beginning of the season, I had taken probably 3 or 4 months off of Live Arena going into the seasons, right? So I actually wasn't super familiar. I mean, I had a pretty good understanding of the meta, but from where I left off, but like things had changed quite a bit, a lot more hands on relics, and a lot different, you know, a few different mythicals really dominating the meta, and then really affecting all the counterplay to that, right? It wasn't just, I didn't even have a couple of mythicals, Cometus and Nice, but then all the trickle down effect. It took me maybe a week or so to learn, you know, okay, I need to start leaning on these champions more. Do I go with a ban Marius strategy? Do I accept a lot of Marius? Is kind of thinking about where the meta is and how best positioned I am on my account to counter it. And I wasn't intending to try to finish top 100 or top 10 or anything like that. But after a week of grinding it hard to kind of relearn and kind of modify or refine my account, then I'm like, hey, maybe I was still top 100. And I'm like, maybe I can hold on here, you know? And then it got to the very end and it was awful. It was just atrocious, man. I ended up having to pull like an all-nighter the last night, and the grind was real. And I don't know if I could ever do it again, maybe with a break, but it's tough right now.
Yeah, I feel it, dude. Like, that was one of the main things that put me off, you know, like, I've played in the first 1-2 weeks, I've played quite a bit, but even when I saw that, even like that, I saw that basically I was well behind the rest. Like, even now, like, it started yesterday, right? I've only done 13 battles. I haven't done many, and that's intentionally. I decided not to go ham, but seeing people with 500 plus fights already on the second day is like, WTF, you know? Like, do you guys sleep? Do you have a life? When are you doing so many battles, you know?
And they're not going to do anything at all about the whole driver situation, you know? Like, I don't blame the accounts that have drivers, because they're just taking advantage of the system the way that it is, right? And I think the onus is on the developer in any game. If you want to have a competitive format, you're going to need to think of all the ways to potentially exploit it in ways that you don't intend, right?
Yeah.
And kind of address that out the gate. But you know, I asked Plarium straight up, like I DM'd him, you know. I'm sure a lot of probably creators did, right? Like, I'm sure it was a chatter in the, I haven't caught up on the creator chat, but I'm sure that it was addressed, right? And they just flat out was just like, yeah, we don't care. Like, that was their response, you know. So given that, I guess I've just learned to accept it, you know, and learned that, hey, if you want to finish top 100 or better, you're just going to have to know life this game. Absolutely no life this game, right? And that's what I did, man. I never played as much Raid, not even close, as I did in that month, you know. And I think I did it once for the stupid frame that means absolutely nothing. But you know, that was it, really. It was fun. Like, it was fun to learn the meta and work on my account and min-max, and like, that's why the intrigue is there for me still in Live Arena. Like, I think that the game mode is awesome, but man, not like this. Not in this. First of all, the pool of players is it's way too limited. 100 players in a game with millions, and it's all pay to win. You know, like, dude, there needs to be a way
High
the
on you.
rewards need to be reworked, man. The rewards need to be reworked. They need to be leagued, an elo system. I mean, there's so many different directions they could go, but this is not it. Given that they have this awesome, robust kind of under the surface PvP system in this game that's awesome, you know, but not a lot of players can experience. It's so inaccessible right now.
Yeah, I definitely think that they should make the ranking, the leaderboard, based on your win rate rather than how many battles you've done. Because, as you've mentioned, 100 players out of millions, they're the only ones getting rewards. And considering they don't care about how many people they play one account, like I know accounts that made top 10 that they have 2-3 drivers, you know, which means that that account never sleeps. Now, it doesn't bother me. I don't care about it. I would like to go in top 100, hell, top 10, just to get the frame. That's basically the only thing that would tempt me. But as you mentioned, I'm not willing to pull a no lifer for an entire month and just grind live arena on every single session or most of the sessions just to make sure that I'll be making that top 100. It's not even about the gems. It's not even about how many wins, losses I'll be getting or anything like that. It's just dedicating so much time just to get one frame, because we're gonna move on to the next one and then we're gonna talk about some different things, guys. The rewards, bro, like I actually saw your rewards, okay? And it might be just me, but I have a feeling that every single person that clicked on the end of season rewards and saw the screenshots there thought that that's what you get. First place gets that, top 10 gets that, top 100 gets that. As simple as that, right? Because 100 out of billions.
They added now the drops will vary depending on the chest after all the outcry to the screen. Like if you look in game.
Yeah, I see it on the bottom right side.
But golly, I mean, first of all, no one really cares about these. Like, because like everybody's like, yeah, whatever, man. I'll never get those rewards anyway. I could care less.
Yeah.
But it's just a stupid, sneaky, slimy thing to do, to put top 100 rewards. And honestly, I mean, for all even if you have the account that you're able to do this on, like
those rewards
like
are
the
nothing.
least that you should be that's the least. And like the only thing that really intrigued me personally was just the ruined obsidian, the legendary relics, mats, you know. And I didn't even get them. I got the epics, of course, right?
Yeah, let's actually,
like, dude, are you serious, man?
Let's actually have a look at your reward. So check out his face, guys. Let's see.
This is what I got. And this is for, I had to live my life basically around a, you know, like I shouldn't say this, but in the background at work every day, I'd have like 3 hours of live arena going. I had to, when my son fell asleep at 9 p.m., it'd be 9 to midnight every night, grinding live arena with no breaks. This is every day, you know? And it's just like, it was, again, it's one of those experiences that like, okay, it was cool to do. I'm lucky enough to have an account that's even capable of doing it. And then at the very end to get the slap in the face of like, yeah, no primals, no mythical skill tomes, no legendary mats. It was just, you know, whatever. It was expected almost, you know.
I mean, it definitely sucks, bro. Like I looked at this thing and I literally thought that you're gonna get exactly what you see there on the screen, including all that, because you have different things from first place to top 10 to top 100. And considering that you're spending like 5-6 hours a day for an entire month grinding this bloody game mode, wasting gems, and you're not getting it, it's just like mind-blowing in my opinion. So
it was, I mean, it was fun. Like again, I mean, except for the last week where I just felt like it was a sunk cost fallacy of like, dude, I've spent so much time. I'm sick of doing this. I want to stop, but I want to finish top 100 now because I've already wasted so much, so much time. But it was for the first 3 weeks though. I loved it. It was a blast. But again, it made me feel for 99.9% of the player base that just like, because of the way the system is, it's just like not many people can really enjoy it. You know, I feel like, you know, it's just, I have so many different ideas on how to fix it, but even to your point earlier, and I know we want to move on with the combo too, but like just some sort of a system where if you're going against it, like an elo system, like, you know, we all played like chess online or something, right? Where if you beat a grandmaster, you should get like 100 damn points. Like it should be Wade versus the who the opponent is, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so if you go against a Kraken on a free-to-play account and you somehow pull off a victory, you should be getting like 10 times the amount of trophies you'd otherwise get, you know? So there needs to be some sort of a balance, if nothing else, a balance in you know, to make things fair in the, if not on the account side, to make things fair on the wins and losses and attribution, you know, side.
Yeah, definitely something needs to happen. Like not just with the way you're ranking the rewards and stuff, because I know we basically discussed a bit about it, but I feel like
Yeah.
they should make these game modes more interesting. Like, what do we have a season and is a 2 weeks break, correct, or is it longer than 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah,
2 weeks, right? I feel like that's pretty pointless as well. It's like almost giving you a bit of a holiday from work, you know, like, okay, you grinded 1 month, let me give you some time off. So then you can come back fully recharged and ready to grind it again, you know.
Life it again, yeah.
I feel like that's a bit of a too long of a break, but considering that the system is as it is, probably 2 weeks is not enough for some players.
Yeah. I actually enjoyed the break, and now I'm like, it was just enough time for me to kind of maybe talk myself into, do I want to go again? Even though 2 weeks ago I was like, I'm never gonna do this again. But I'm definitely gonna go for the rewards, at least, you know, for the legendary mats. But I don't know, man. I would love to see. I've said it like a million times. Some people like it, some people don't like the idea, but I would just love to see, like, every month there'd be there'd be 2 ladders, right? Like one just like we have right now. And every month there's just a kind of a rotating, there's so many different ways you could do this, but like in a simple one is just like epics only or something, like just trying it out, trying a little season with epics only, seeing how people like it, seeing what the participation is. I know there's a lot of reasons that it could backfire. For example, like there could not be enough population in one of the 2 ladders because people are using the other one. But I don't know, man. I think that it's a shame because there's so much potential in this game mode. You know, I know you agree with that, you know?
Yeah, I would definitely like to see like conditions/handicaps throughout the seasons, you know, like the seasons don't need to be 1 month long. They can make them a week long, a couple of weeks long, and just every time introduce some new form of mechanics, conditions, you know, like for example, use champions from this faction only, use epic only, use legendaries only, use mythical only, HP
all
only.
The siege conditions could be somehow mapped onto this, you know?
Exactly, and that would make the game so robust, so interesting comparing it to what it is right now, because let's be honest, it is the meta of mythical champions, right? So whoever spends more, they're always going to be at the top in a way or another. And it's not necessarily the biggest issue, but I would like to have more diversity to make the game more interesting. So many champions that we're not using could potentially become useful for this type of content as well. You know, like I feel like they just need to put a bit of more work in it and think about it on how they can actually make it more fun for the players. What do you think about go on, sorry.
No, go.
No, go on, because I was about to ask something else.
This is not like I'm not trying to be condescending here or anything like that to the developers, but like, you really do wonder how many Plarium employees play high-end arena, you know? And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the answer is quite a few, but like, it does seem like this is designed not necessarily, you know, and I'm not even saying it should only be end game players. I'm just saying that, like, let's evaluate what we have, and like, how many Plarium people do you think that grinded out top 100 live arena finish to see all the flaws in the system, you know?
Yeah.
I would guess none. Maybe I'm wrong, you know, but I just feel like, man, some of these, the reason I say that is some of these fixes seem like fairly common sense ways to make it more approachable to a broader player base, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Like, even if you look, top 1 has in the general 24,000 battles. The second place has 14, so he almost doubled the second place, you know, which is really crazy. And thinking that this is happening throughout the seasons, actually, like, when do you do so many battles, you know, like comparing yourself with a player that just plays the game. Like, I'm not necessarily a casual player, right? Because I don't consider myself a casual player. I'm grinding the game, but not in the way where I'm basically not sleeping and just grinding this game mode every single day just to get the rewards. What do you think about the seasonal milestone rewards, right? So I feel like you're grinding them, you're getting milestone 8 done, and then you have this seasonal chest, man. I feel like you need way too many trophies to get one of the chests, because once again, you're not getting both of the chests. You're getting one or the other at every 175 points, trophies, whatever. I feel like
Yeah, go ahead. Because I was gonna throw it back to you because like so I grinded so damn hard, bro, that like it felt like, dude, that was only by the time by the time I did 200 of my 1,300 battles, I'd already claimed all the rewards.
Yeah,
So in a way, it felt like it went by really fast. But I'm not saying it was easy because all the accounts are stacked and it takes forever. It still
it
takes a
does.
long time. So I don't have a great, just given how no life I went on the damn thing. I don't have like, what about you? Did you feel like it was fair? Like in terms of, I guess, two questions. Number one is how was the progression for you? And number two is end result, assuming that you got all the rewards, do you think that it was worth it? Like when you just look at all the rewards that you got.
So I've got all of the rewards. Progression was fine. So I feel like my win rate was probably at around 75 to 80%. Sometimes I get distracted with a kid and I forget that I'm in a fight. The game picks random champions, and then 20 minutes later I was like, oh my god, I lost that fight. I forgot about it. But the rewards were only worth it for me because I got a mythical relic at the end. Okay, so if I wasn't getting the mythical relic at the end, no, the rewards were not worth it because the gear, I gotta say that I don't have not even one good piece of the new gear sets. I'm not sure about you, how many you accumulated, because you've probably done around 75% more fights than I've done. Maybe you got some decent pieces. Maybe I was just super unlucky, but I feel like even on here, like we don't even have the materials to rank the relics, right? That's still one of the biggest issues. How are we ranking the relics to rank 4, 5, 6 without killing all of the other relics and basically leaving us uncovered? Yes, we should use them as fodders, but not every single one of them because we're just not getting enough of those materials to rank them. And what bothers me is these chests at 175 points, like we have no shards in here, no books. I would love to see a way to get mythical books, man. Like that's the biggest issue that I have on my account. I don't buy them, and there's almost no way to get them. Like the Hydra only drops me the 120 freaking fragments for the primal shard, never mythical books, So I feel like they should add them to the milestones, even if you're getting one per month. Like, come on, is that the end of the world or something?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I agree. Especially the relics, man. I don't know. Was I asking you? I was asking Drock the other day, but do you know anybody who has a max relic? Like, I mean, you're in the top clan in the world, or one of them.
I'm not
I don't
sure.
know anybody.
I'm not sure if anyone maxed a relic in my clan.
Like, that's insane that it's been 6 months in the game and nobody in the entire game has one max relic.
Yeah, I could max a relic if I would sacrifice a lot of my other relics, but that would be a dumb thing to do.
You have to sacrifice all your legendaries, something like that.
To get it done. So I'm definitely not game for it. Probably some of the people are in the same situation. Now I know some of my clanmates, they're really going crazy hard on all of the events, tournaments. I'm talking about people that spend a lot of money and stuff, and they have way more legendary relics than I do, But even like that, I still haven't seen a single person posting that, oh my god, I maxed the relic, like after all this time.
True.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. You're right. I maybe I could max one, but like who the hell would want to sacrifice all of their,
that is a bit of an insanity, yeah.
Yeah, man, there needs to be something just in general, forget just live arena. There needs to be some sort of mechanism to make I think relics are really cool, but there needs to be some sort of mechanism to allow us to max these things because golly, man. I mean, I don't mind a grind, but this is absurd. The resources. I don't mind the availability of relics, right? I think that they're pretty rare, but to me, it makes every craft seem special to me. Like, oh, and like, I still get that feeling, almost like that same equivalent of opening like a sacred shard every time I relic anything, craft anything, which is really fun, So I think that balance is actually, I know most players would say, give me more. But I think it's a good kind of weight and reward. But man, the upgrade material, that's my problem. It's like, oh my god.
Same,
like,
I feel like that's the problem for everyone.
They
really need to build up the economy for it, because even though we're getting, like, if you're doing live arena, you're doing an entire season. Let's just say you're getting materials to do how many relics from here? So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 relics, right? So you're forging approximately 5 relics from the milestones. If you get top 100, you have a chance to do another one. So that's like 6 relics. Most of them will be rares, which is what, a 1-star, right? So you're not really getting materials to upgrade your relics, regardless if you're doing live arena, siege, or whatever else might actually give you materials. Because I know the next plan is to basically introduce the materials in there as well. I think they are going to do it with the next update at some point. I think they showed it in their video, right? When they're upgrading the siege mode. So then we're going to have basically from the clan shop, which you cannot really get, like there's almost no way to get materials for the relics in the clan shop, only when you're level 30, and we're far off from there, or level 28.
Yeah, unless they keep throwing. I actually landed one from the clan versus clan. I got so lucky, I got so lucky. But otherwise, I'll be waiting 3 years.
Yeah, but that's once a month as well. So basically,
I know. Yeah,
the economy is lacking a lot.
Yeah,
I know we digress a bit here, guys, with the relics.
A little bit,
stuff.
right? Got on a little tangent there, but it's true. There's a lot of promise here, but man, the implementation, the execution landed far short. I feel like from a lot of players' expectations. What has been the sentiment amongst your viewers, Skratch, in terms of, do people enjoy live arena? Do they hate it? Like, where does it stand?
I think they're almost like 50-50. Like,
okay,
I tend to post live arena videos every now and then. I try to kind of like keep them to at least once a week. A lot of people enjoy them. A lot of people are like, I hate live arena and stuff. The majority, I feel like they might enjoy watching the videos more than they like playing it in some cases. I feel like
not you have the champions.
Exactly. Yeah. It is very dependent of champions, mythical champions, crazy good gear, especially once you're in gold. The matchmaking is another issue that I've heard a lot of people complaining of. Like, I've seen people getting the same player like 5 or 6 times back to back. It happened to me where I got the same player like 4 times, and I haven't lost to the player, right? But I can already put myself in his position and being so frustrated that he's losing 3-4 times in a row versus the same player, because the game is constantly giving him the same matchup over and over again, right? So the matchmaking is another thing that they really need to work on. Like,
I've been on both sides of that, bro, and I feel the same way, man. Same way of like losing 4 times against a guy that I clearly can't beat.
Like go
or
versus
vice versa.
Cartman Crypto, like they have super stacked accounts, like I think I only managed to beat them like a couple of times since the beginning in live arena, but usually I just instantly get wiped by them, because they have such crazy accounts.
I will say this, man. I will say this is no one wants to freaking hear it, but it's like going against a team that has all +4 fully empowered, fully awakened mythicals that are outspeeding me on every single champion. Those are also the circumstances where I think I learn the most as a player too. Even though I'll lose 90% of those battles, it's just like, what tools can I use here to tip the RNG just ever so slightly in my favor? What alterations can I make on my account? I feel like that's kind of when you learn the most too. And I know it's like, no one wants to hear that, like, because it's unfair, patently unfair in raid, right?
Yeah.
But I do think that like that's when you try to explore. A lot of players will just exit before the draft, they'll just quit before the draft. But I think that I would implore people to try to stay with it and try to switch things up, go with that crazy hegemon or try to pull something off meta and see if you can get some RNG there. But that being said, I agree with you, man. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. Not just that, but matchmaking in general. So the way that they do it right now, at least, is 50 seconds, like 48 seconds, 49 seconds of searching. And they expand your parameters for like 2 or 3 seconds. And they expand it dramatically, right? So like that's when I could match with somebody who was, let's just say I forgot where I ended things, what my trophies were, but whatever, let me see. I was around, well, it doesn't even matter, I guess. But let's just say I was at like 2,000 points or whatever the heck it was. That's when I could match with somebody who was like, half of my ranking with no mythicals or something like that. And I'd be like, oof. That's also when I could match with bots, like that's when because like it used to be you would time out, and now I very rarely got timeouts. So instead they went in there, they tweaked the algorithm, and they just expanded the parameters a ton, and if they couldn't find anybody that was really lower than me, they would match me with a bot at the last case at like 55 seconds or whatever, So I think that all they need to do is refine that a little bit, and I think it will fix some of the matchmaking discrepancies, but Probably not all, you know.
Yeah, they definitely need to work on quite a few things related to Live Arena. Hopefully, they will do it. We're not going to keep you longer here, guys, because I know we've kind of like talked about it quite a bit or cried about it, however you guys like to put it. But either way, it's something that needs to be addressed just to make the game mode more enjoyable for people that actually like playing the game mode. Let me know in the comments down below, how was your experience? Are you happy with the rewards that you got? Are you happy with the rewards from the milestones? Are you happy that we have no conditions at all whatsoever to actually make the game mode more interesting? Happy with the matchmaking, etc. Ash, was a pleasure to have you on the channel, brother.
Thanks, man. It's always a pleasure coming on and chatting some raid with you, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And make sure you guys head over to his channel. I'm going to leave the link in the description down below, or the pinned comment, one or the other. We're actually going to do a different video on his channel, so check that out. And yeah, don't forget to let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. As usual, appreciate all of you guys watching. Much love, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.